Hi, I'm Mike Strandlund, Editorial Director of Grandview Media's DR Guns and Hunting. I'm here at Rock River Arms in Kelowna, Illinois with Rob Dawson. Rob is in the 308 assembly field and that's the team here, I guess. And we're here for a very special purpose, and that is for Rob to lead me through the process of building my own Rock River's 308 to my specifications. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get it on. The assembly area, Rob has assembled a collection of components here for the Rock River Arms LAR-8 308 unit. Rob, can you tell us what we have here?
Alright, well, we've got the ace skeleton stock that's going to go on the lower half right here. We've got the ergo grip. We've got the standard tube. We've got the standard buffer and spring that's going to go in the tube. We've got the lower half here, and we have the chrome trigger and hammer with the dual color there. And that's about it.
Gas block and
then we've got the gas block and the upper receiver here, and the mid tube that we're going to be putting on the upper half. And our pivot spring. Slide that in with our detent behind that. And we've got our actual pivot pin here. It's got a little slot. First thing we want to do is push this detent in, just like that. Pop that in. That's good to go. And then we got our mag catch button here. Just slap that in. Thread the other side on. We'll pull this off here. Our mag catch spring in. And we've got our actual mag catch here. Dip that in a little bit of lube. Place that in there on top of the spring. And then take a long punch here. And I like to check it for function while it's in there like that before I get the roll pin in.
With the detent, is it pointed end up or is that
Pointed end goes down. Safety goes in first.
Okay.
Then the detent.
Okay, and this is a special star safety, you
Star
call that?
safety.
It's got the knob on the end. It makes it easier to use when you have gloves on. Like that. Drop the detent in here. Pointed end down.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you got your pistol grip with your safety detent spring in it. And you just pop that over top of there. Make sure the spring lines up with that detent hole. And it's probably going to be a little tight.
Here we go.
Alright, and then you've got your Allen head with your pistol grip screw and lock washer. And I'll just go right down inside the grip.
Okay.
Connect the grip to the lower half. We'll put in our takedown pin. Full pointed. You slide that in first on the back side there with your spring. And you've got your tube, your standard tube. We'll put a little bit of lube on these threads so it doesn't seize on. And if you want to go ahead and thread that on. But before you get it all the way on, we'll put our buffer, detent spring and detent right here.
Okay.
Alright, and as you're threading it in, just kind of compress that with your other hand. until it gets over top of it. And components of our ace skeleton stock. And
that's a really cool stock I picked out because it's basically because I think it looks really neat. It looks really functional, and it also looks like it'd be lightweight compared to a conventional stock. It's skeletonized like that with a foam cheek piece fits over that. And Rob here kind of showed me how that goes together, so I'm going to give it a try. Right? Slides in over there. And is that lube? Nope. Lube that up.
Yep. Spray a little bit of oil in there. Just go ahead and soak your tube too.
There we go. And the butt plate.
Yep, butt plate, and you'll see that there's a large and small end. The large end will go up.
Large screw up top.
Large screw up. We've got the standard buffer and spring now we're going to put in.
Okay. Can you handle that?
Right past the detent, and then we're in.
Okay, Rob, so we got the receiver with the trigger guard, grip, buttstock installed. I guess we're ready for the upper now, right?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right. Rob, there's our barrel. Could you tell me a little bit about what we got here?
All right, well, we got the 308 mid-length. It's chromoly. It's a 16-inch, and it's a 1 in 10 twist. And it's got the thread on the front for
Suppressor or muzzle brake?
Suppressor or muzzle brake, whatever you feel.
Sure. Yeah, and I picked this. I think it's probably the ideal barrel for the job. I know it's an accurate barrel, but it is a lot lighter weight than a lot of them. This gun is going to be mainly used for big game hunting, mainly deer hunting, and lightweight is important. We're not going to have an issue with a lot of shooting where heat could become a problem, so I think this is the best tool for the job right now. So let's put her on.
Here, got my upper receiver. Put the barrel in it. Put the receiver in my block. Put it down on my vise. Get it nice and tight. And from here, do a little bit of anti-seize on the threads of the receiver and also on the lip of the barrel extension itself. And then we've got our mid-length tube that we showed you earlier. We'll just slide that on. Thread it on, get it good and tight with your hands. And we got the strap wrench. And this is where we're going to put some good torque on it. I'm just going to look through and line these holes up. Got that nice and tight.
So that's all that holds the barrel in?
Yep, that's all that holds the barrel, just the tube. It's all one piece. And then we got our steel gas block. Just slide that right over the barrel, right through the hole into the receiver. And I've got my Allen wrench over here. And what I do from here is I just snug these screws, so I'm still able to move the block itself. Alright, we got a little bit of movement there, it's a little tight. We'll wipe that off. I'll get a good reading with my level here. And level out the back of the receiver to the front gas block. Line it up. Just right. And I'm going to snug these by hand Then I've got a torque wrench here. We're going to tighten it down with 75 pounds of pressure with. Go back and check that other one. Alright. Good there.
Okay. That went smooth. We're going to drop the bolt in. Smooth. And the headspace gauges.
Red one first.
Red one first is the no-go,
Yeah,
right?
that's the no-go.
And this shouldn't go in, right? Just like that.
Just like that.
Pull it out of there with the magnet. Drop this one in. This is the go. Green is go.
Yep.
And that fits.
Rip on the handle.
That's good. Okay, headspace is good. Okay, here we are at the drill press. We got our upper in a jig drill. We're just going to drill a hole for the sling stud.
We're going to take launch, snug it down.
We've got the assembly lower, we've got the assembly upper, and we're going to put them together and make a gun. And there we have it. Okay, here we are at the shooting range with my Rock River Arms LAR 8 in 308 that we just custom built this morning. We're going to load it up and see how she does. Little offhand jazz there. That's pretty good shooting right off the assembly line. Beautiful little gun. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. Okay, I've got my rifle home now, and there's just a couple more things I have to do to get it ready for hunting. Number one is a scope, obviously, and for that I've selected this Trijicon AccuPoint 3-9x40 model. Like most things in these AR projects, putting this on is going to be deceivingly simple. It just involves putting on scope mounts, which just clamp onto the Picatinny rail. Okay, so we have the scope set in the mounts. We're just going to finish tightening it up a little bit here, and all that's left to do is to bore sight it. What I do is the old school method of bore sighting. I just pop the back pin, open it up, and just put a mark, or just put it in a rest like this and view down the bore, actually look down the bore of the barrel, and line up some kind of a mark, and check and see how the crosshairs relate to that, and make your adjustments with your windage and elevation. It's elevation on top, windage on the side here, your adjustments, and make your rough adjustments that way. Take it to the range and do some shooting, and you'll be all ready to go. Okay, there we have it. My custom built Rock River Arms LAR 8 in 308 Winchester. It's a rifle I can take a lot of pride in, knowing that I designed it myself, I helped build it myself. It's got everything in it that I want. I'm familiar with everything that went into this. It gives me a lot more investment, a lot more intimacy with my rifle, which is going to mean a lot to me. I've never done this with a gun before, and I'm going to take a lot of pride in using this. It's going to be my go-to rifle for deer hunting, big game hunting. It's going to be my kitchen rifle when I see a coyote go loping across the field behind my house. I'm just going to enjoy this a lot. So I was glad to share this with you. I'm Mike Strandlund for AR Guns and Hunting. Thanks for joining me.